Cassandra Perkins was born on October 14, 1990, to Daryl Perkins and Rebecca Thompson in Texas. Here she is with her mother, sister Angela, and brother DJ. She was a graduate from Anderson High School and taught praise dance at her church. She eventually became a member of the Kansas City Chiefs Women's Organization. In 2010, she met Javon Belcher through her cousin Whitney's husband, football player Jamal Charles. Javon Belcher was born in New York on July 24, 1987, to Cheryl Shepard. He was eventually signed to the Kansas City Chiefs in 2009 as a linebacker and became a starter in 2010. He devoted his time to helping children and also was an anti-violence campaigner.
I went to school to work with young adolescents, so to me, it's when I come here and do things like this, it's more personal, so I feel I can connect with the kids real well.
The pair soon became inseparable and had a daughter named Zoe in 2012. On November 30th, 2012, Cassandra went with friends to a Trey Songz concert. This would be the first time she had been out since the birth of her daughter, and it would unfortunately be her last. The same day, Javon would be spending his time with another woman, Brittany Glass. Brittany and Javon ended up going out to dinner and having drinks before returning to her home. He then spent the next few hours sleeping outside of her home in his Bentley. Around 2:30 a.m., officers will wake Javon up, and he would then return back inside Brittany's home for another couple of hours.
All right. Thank you. All right, man. I do appreciate it. All right. You have a good one.
Later that day, on December 1st, Javon returned to his own home where him and Cassandra started to argue. Also in the home was Cheryl Shepard. She had been with the couple for 2 weeks to help with Zoe. According to Cheryl, she heard the couple arguing in the bathroom. Javon then yelled to Cassandra, "You can't talk to me like this." She then heard a thud and multiple gunshots. When she went to go see what was going on, she saw Cassandra on the bathroom floor. Javon was kneeling over her, saying he was very sorry, and eventually kissed her forehead. He then kissed his mother and daughter before fleeing the home and heading towards the Chiefs Stadium. Cheryl will call 911.
Are you with the patient now?
Oh, yes, the baby's crying in here.
Okay.
Please get an ambulance here.
Okay, we're on the way. We've been on the way the whole time. How old is the patient?
22.
A male or female?
Female.
And is he breathing?
She's still breathing, but barely. Please hurry. I don't know how many times he got her. They were arguing.
Okay, so she's been shot?
Yes.
Okay, right now is she awake?
God, yes, stay with me. The ambulance is on the way. You hear me? You hear me? Cassandra! Hey, stay with me.
Okay, listen, ma'am. Is she awake?
She's just barely.
Can you hear what you're saying?
Yes, she's moving when I talk to her.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Is she bleeding?
Yes, she is.
Where is she bleeding from?
I can't tell in the back, it looks like.
Okay, well, we don't want... Go ahead, Petey. Where is your son at?
Yes.
Huh?
Look, please, just get this ambulance here, please.
We're on the way. Where's your son at?
He left.
He left?
Yes.
Okay. They were arguing and he shot her?
Yes, they was arguing.
Cassandra had been shot 9 times in the neck, chest, shoulder, and back. She was only 22 years old. After arriving at the Chiefs Stadium, Javon got out of his car and began to talk to his coach, Romeo. Romeo attempted to talk to Javon and calm him down because he didn't initially know anything about the shooting, but Javon still was intending on hurting himself. Javon would tell his coach Romeo and general manager Scott that he did it. He finally did it, that he had killed his girlfriend and that it was too late. As police approached, he thanked both Romeo and Scott for all they had done, told them that he could not be here, that he had to go. He then kneeled behind a car, made a cross sign across his chest, and pulled the trigger. He was only 25 years old.
Well, Javon Belcher's family is still stunned and trying to grapple with the big question, of course, why? Knowing that they will never get any answers.
The impact that this inconceivable tragedy has had on our hearts is immeasurable. He was happy to be a new father. Our thoughts and prayers are with the Perkins family as well, as they mourn.
Struggling to make it through the words, this family is still struggling with why.
So the question on everybody's mind is what made Javon snap? There has been a lot of speculation on what was going on in their relationship, with some of Cassandra's family stating that the relationship was very toxic. Javon allegedly told a girlfriend that Cassandra knew exactly how to press his buttons and make him angry. He also stated that she threatened to take all of his money away and also take the baby away if they ever broke up. There were also rumors that she had a fling with singer Trey Songz after his concert, which the singer did deny in these following tweets. Javon also told either another girlfriend or the same girlfriend that if Cassandra did not leave him alone, he was eventually going to shoot her. Cheryl Shepard stated that after the birth of their child, the relationship became strained due to the responsibilities of becoming a new parent, and Javon would often accuse Cassandra of staying out late, which meant he had to watch their daughter, causing him to miss practice. Rebecca Thompson states that her daughter was angry after a recent visit to Javon's financial advisor, and about the fact that he did not stand up to his mother. There were also speculations of financial issues due to Cassandra and Javon spending excessively. Infidelity issues and partying issues also plagued the couple. It was even speculated that Cassandra was a gold digger. Due to all these speculations, Cassandra was eventually being blamed for her own murder. During the investigation, an issue with Javon and a previous girlfriend came to light. In 2006, when Javon was a freshman in college, he got upset with a girlfriend and punched through a window. He suffered a nearly severed thumb and lacerations to his wrist. He was eventually made to pay $200 in damages. In 2007, police were called due to a noise complaint involving Javon and a woman after he began to argue with her due to her failure to get in touch with him at a certain time. Javon's friends would claim that in recent years, his mental health declined due to head injuries from football, drugs, and alcohol. Some refute those claims, so I'm not sure, what to believe. The Chiefs also allegedly offered the couple counseling, but it's not known if the couple actually took up on that offer. While speculation and rumors cannot be confirmed, what is known for a fact is that Javon ended his life and Cassandra's, leaving behind their 3-month-old daughter. Funeral services will be held for both Javon and Cassandra, which will be followed by a custody battle for Zoe.
Family members of Zoe Belcher packed a Kansas City courtroom today. A hearing is underway to determine who will be granted custody of the 9-month-old baby girl.
And what seems to have started as a sentiment of we're in this together has quickly dissolved since these deaths. The mother of Javon Belcher took the stand today, describing everything from a close relationship with Cassandra to the trauma of being at the home the day that she was murdered.
Zoe was initially placed with Javon's mother. However, when Cheryl allowed the baby to go with Cassandra's relatives to Texas for her funeral, Cassandra's family failed to return the child and ceased all contact with Cheryl. Cassandra's cousin Sophie and Javon's mother Cheryl would eventually attempt to gain custody of the infant, with Cassandra's parents backing Sophie. They both agreed that she would be a better candidate to raise their granddaughter due to her being young and goal-oriented. Rebecca also stated that Cassandra did not feel comfortable around Cheryl. Cheryl's lawyer would criticize Sophie for putting Zoe in daycare for 40-plus hours while she worked, and Sophie's lawyer would criticize Cheryl's smoking and constant police calls to her home. In the end, the judge would rule in Sophie's favor, and she would be the primary caregiver of Zoe. Zoe will be 10 years old this year.
Well, after much anticipation, a Jackson County judge has appointed Sophie Perkins to be the sole guardian of Zoe. Sophie is Cassandra's cousin from Texas.
Javon's initial autopsy would show that his blood alcohol level was well over the legal limit. A year later, his mother would have his body exhumed to have his brain examined. Tests would show that Javon had early signs of CTE. Now, here is a picture of a normal brain versus one with advanced CTE. Now, CTE is chronic traumatic encephalopathy, and its definition is progressive degenerative disease of the brain found in athletes with a history of repetitive traumatic brain injuries. Some of the signs and symptoms include cognitive, emotional, and physical impairments, also including severe depression, emotional outbursts, excessive risk-taking, balance disorders, and dementia. In the end, 2 lives were ruined by continuing to stay in a toxic relationship. Maybe if they had separated, things would be different. Maybe if they got counseling, things would be different. They were also very young and dealing with the challenges of fame, parenthood, and their own personal problems. In the end, Cassandra was the victim, and she should be remembered as such. So may Cassandra rest in peace.